I stood there, looking down on the fellow. In the state of stupor and limpid torpor that he wore, he would never notice. They never do. A hand-knit blanket draped over his lap, and the remote wobbles slightly in his as he presses the buttons. He sighs and squints at the screen in disinterest. I close my eyes and I count to 40, 37, 38, 39. To ease myself into the moment. Somehow, some tire of this, growing bored of their invisibility? No, superiority. Many lose the rush of feeling so far above their lessers that even to be noticed is beyond the decrepit faculties of their food. There is always an invigoration of the newly made, the slow realization of their own greatness as the meal walks before them and fails to see that their end gapes. With its sharp teeth from the corner that should be empty. After this initial surge of pride and sensual power, there's a lull where you realize that maybe one of them will see you. The appetizer flicks young eyes to the spot where you lurk. The cat watches, and Entree checks to see what the cat is looking at. And then Entree pesters the cat to look away because it's weird. Oh, the flush that goes through the loins when that happens, when the irony kills them. I once watched one of their documentaries from the arm of the couch behind that night's main course. It was about a railroad worm. They are the larval form of some beetle in South Africa. The wretch shivered as the narrator described the haunting habits of these larvae. While the worm's body glows a faint yellow from several spots, they can also glow red on the front of their bodies, and then they turn off the yellow. The worms hunt at night, and their prey cannot see red light. So their prey dies to an invisible threat that is perfectly able to see, watching carefully for the right moment to snatch up their next morsel. The fellow before me turned suddenly as my weight shifted. He looked through me like they all do, and I smiled. The same powerful smile I have worn every time since the first. Admittedly, I've never lost my lust for this moment. Nigh on 1,000 years of visceral pleasure from this exact experience. I will never have enough. This is the part where I reach out and set one razor-sharp nail gently to caress his full neck. He shudders in unexpected horror. I know it's unexplainable because my seconds asks, "Honey, you okay?" And Dinner just shrugged helplessly as he huffed that, "I'm fine." Seconds keeps looking anxiously at Dinner. Both men feeling their minutes tick away in the quiet of their living room. This is their safe place. Their alarm is set, the lights are cozy, and the book that Seconds has been reading is titled Minimalism and the Artistry of Less. Dinner was listening to the digital click of the unchosen TV shows as he browsed for something inane enough to watch and not distract seconds from his reading. At least, that's what he's been doing until I shifted my weight. Now Dinner can't hear that click anymore. He flipped through the options, but he didn't see them any more than he saw me. The sound of his self-soothing internal dialogue was too loud to hear anything else. In the middle distance loomed too large to see anything so close or mundane as the television. I felt it. The heat that radiates from my center, and then up to my throat and down between my thighs. It was a ragged, primal anticipation. Such scintillating sensations served sweet succor on the long, lonely night. My tongue grew wet with saliva as it pooled around my gums. My breath shortened, and Dinner checked to see the air behind me for something he would never see. Seconds stirred and stood muttering about the bathroom. In reality, the tension in the room is just too strung tight for his bladder, and it lied to him. Seconds didn't give Dinner the kiss like he usually did. He just escaped, forsaking Dinner in his last moments. Seconds would never see him again, and I couldn't have been more ready. You see, the maid gets so few pleasures, but even if we did, it couldn't be better than the experience I'll have for the next hour. Hot, pulsating arteries spew blood all over my skin. The drying, crusty, bloody aftermath when I finish, and the way that my skin grows taut, looking in the mirror, wearing their white, stringy sinew. Gore soaks through my clothes, and it makes a soft crunch when I walk. I'd never starched my clothes before, but I imagine this is why they do it. The crisp snick of an ulna as I suck for marrow. I even love picking the chips of bone from the roof of my mouth and from under my gums. I rummaged through the space under their sink, and I did find that always there crumpled up Target bag I was looking for. The plastic crinkles so pleasantly as I open it up. I savor the wet plop as the crinkle of my leftovers lands in the bag. The walk through the summer night air after such a meal is deeply satisfying. The sound of viscera slipping and sloshing through the bag as I swing my arms reminds me that I need to start looking for my next meal. I might find dessert before dawn. Thank you.